Arknights!
Tequila is a 5-star Liberator Guard. He released alongside Chen the Holiday and La Pluma in the Dociles holiday event as its welfare operator, but is now available with max potential through record restoration. Tequila, real name Ernesto Salas, has 3 years of combat experience, likely coming from both his time as the Deputy Director of the Dociles International Trade Management Department, as well as his time in the Army Reserves. He stands at 182 centimeters tall, was born on the 15th of May in Bolivar, and is of the Perro race, specifically a Golden Retriever. In his archive files and promotion record, it's noted that upon arriving at Rhodes Island, operator Tequila adapted quickly, leveraging his natural interpersonal skills to insert himself seamlessly into any conversation and communicate smoothly with everyone around him. He has mediated disputes with remarkable results, always employing a disarming attitude to propose solutions agreeable to all parties, unlike others who visibly strain to maintain good communication. Tequila's abilities appear entirely effortless, consistently accompanied by a hearty smile and friendly demeanor that sets him apart even among Rhodes Island's most sociable operators. Yet, precisely because no person is truly without negative emotions, those who have grown closest to him find themselves persistently worried about what may lie beneath his unwaveringly cheerful surface. Born into a military family in Bolivar, Tequila spent his formative years largely without his father Pancho, who had left to fight with the resistance group known as the True Bolivarians, during which time Tequila's mother succumbed to illness, leaving him alone until his father reappeared, seemingly out of nowhere, to take him away and enroll him in military training alongside other youths his age. Following a battlefield defeat 8 years ago, Pancho brought Tequila and La Pluma to Dociles after years of drifting, hoping to regroup and stage a comeback. The 5 years Tequila subsequently spent in Dociles left a profound mark on him, as the city's culture, freedom, and hedonism shaped his worldview in ways that set him distinctly apart from pure-hearted peers like Operator La Pluma. His additional experiences working under the mayor only deepened this complexity, leaving Tequila with a substantially more layered and nuanced perspective on the world than his upbringing alone could have produced. At Rhodes Island, Tequila wasted no time making himself useful, spending his spare time at the bar introducing fellow operators to wines and cocktails suited to their tastes, often complimenting his little sister La Pluma's skilled but reserved bartending, while also setting up a weapon shop aboard the landship, where his serious and tailored recommendations, combined with growing ties to Rhodes Island's craftspeople, hint at a future in custom weapon modification. Both endeavors reflect the entrepreneurial instincts and masterful social intelligence he honed as a deputy director of the Dociles International Trade Management Department. Yet, for all of his effortless charm, there's one person at Rhodes Island who gives him pause, a fellow Bolivarian operator, Doberman, whose own deeper and more complicated history with their homeland gave her the rare insight to see straight through Tequila's ever-present smile to the complex thoughts concealed beneath. Rather than antagonizing him, Doberman came to regard him as a countryman worthy of nurturing and keeping a close eye on, making her one of the very few people who can otherwise make the unflappable Tequila visibly squirm. Following the events of the Dociles Championship, Pancho Salas's long-planned plot ultimately failed, landing him in prison, while Mayor Candela Sanchez, viewing the spectacle as a ratings windfall, granted amnesty to all other conspirators, including Tequila and La Pluma, opting instead to exile them. After which, Operator Chen, recognizing Tequila's internal struggle and declining to pass judgment, recommended the siblings to Rhodes Island through its newly established local branch. Though Tequila had directed subordinates to plant explosives in residential areas to manufacture panic and pressure the mayor, Chen's account notes that those areas had been evacuated and temporarily expropriated for the championship, making them the least populated parts of the city at the time, a detail that does not absolve him but informs our understanding of his intentions. Rhodes Island would have categorically rejected Tequila's application had he shown a willingness to spend civilian lives for his own ends, but the evidence suggests otherwise. He was not seeking destruction for its own sake, nor casualties to use as leverage. Having witnessed the brutality of war in his youth, Tequila appeared unwilling to become the kind of soldier he remembered from his past, one who treated corpses and rubble as trophies. Tequila is confirmed to be non-infected. He has a cell originum assimilation of 0% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.15 parts per liter. The notes in his medical file state that Tequila frequently came into contact with originum, potentially related to his previous job, and that he has a certain risk of infection. In his character art, drawn by 1000 K, Tequila wears a gradient light blue to dark blue t-shirt with a wave pattern on the front, 3 necklaces, one made of twine, another dog tag, green tinted aviators resting on his head, earrings on his left ear, white cargo shorts with flared yellow cuffs at the bottom, and sunshine written on the right leg, black spats with blue stripes on them, yellow and black sandals, infection monitor on his left ankle, a partially translucent rain jacket with its hood up, yellow and white fanny pack with orange rope hanging off of it, and a thigh holster where his water sword rests. In his voice lines, voiced by Nobunaga Shimazaki, who also voices Haruka Nanase in Free, Shinosuke Aikawa in Silver Spoon, Shiro Itsuka in Date Alive, Satoru Furuya in Ace of Diamond, Makoto Sunakawa in My Love Story, Ritsuka Fujimaru, Arjuna, and Edmond Dantes in FGO, Shun Kaido in Psyche K, Alaras in Magical Index, Yuki Soma in Fruits Basket, Rintaro Suna in Haikyuu, Tsubasa Shiki in Hokkaido Gals, Shin Asakura in Sakamoto Days, Tsukasa Fuji in Your Name, Guangjing in Dynasty Warriors 8, Jamil in Grand Blue Fantasy, the male Korin in Fire Emblem Fates, Akos in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and Katahara Kazuha in Genshin. Tequila often talks of his home.
ちょっとドクター、引っ張らないで、自分で出すから。はぁ、はい。袖に仕込んでたカードは、これで全部だよ。やっぱりバレちゃったか。またドストレスシティに行く機会があったら、もっと面白いものを紹介してあげるよ。昔親父に、予備軍に入れられてたことがあるんだ。所属してたのは、ほとんど育ち盛りの子供でさ。情熱や夢を持ってる子たちもいたけど、それは少数派だったよ。ほとんどの子が、生活が苦しいから、なんとか道を切り開くためにそこにいたってだけ。ドストレスシティにはカンデラさんがいるし、きっと大丈夫さ。親父が捕まっちゃっても別に構わないよ。あの人はそろそろ、落ち着いていろいろ考えるべきだと思うから。そもそも俺が親父を手伝ってたのは、考えを整理するための自分への最後の問いかけってだけだから。そして今、もう答えは、見つかったんだ。ドストレスシティに来たばかりの頃は、俺もラファエラもまだ小さかったから、すぐにあそこの生活に慣れたよ。でも親父だけは、プライドとか理想とか、そんなものにずっとこだわってた。放っておくわけにもいかないし、俺も少しだけ手伝うことにしたってわけ。ドクター、今度はどう？引きたいカードは引けた？ああ、残念。また外れちゃったか。まあ、こういうゲームじゃ、運なんて一番当てにならないよね。でも安心して。必要とあらば俺が、幸運をドクターの手に届けてあげるから。
Eddie to level 80 with max trust, potential, and module, Tequila has 4,247 HP, 377 attack, 526 defense, 15 resistance, a 70-second redeployment time, 0 or 3 block depending if his skill is active or not, 10 DP cost, and has a 1.2 second attack speed. His range is the standard range for a Liberator Guard. At max trust, he gains plus 230 HP and plus 50 attack. At max pot, he gets minus 3 DP cost, minus 10 seconds to redeploy, and a buff to his talent. His talent, Waiting Game, at E2 Pot 4, when his skill is inactive, Tequila deals 23% of his attack as arts damage to the attacker when he is damaged by them. Tequila has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Investment Alpha is upgraded to Investment Beta at E2, which makes it so that when Tequila is assigned to a trading post, if the amount of pure gold traded is higher than 3, defaulted trades don't count, increase the LMD gained by plus 500, and morale consumed per hour is reduced by minus 0.25. Tequila's first skill, Decisive Action, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. All levels start with 0 SP and last for 20 seconds, with levels 7 through M3 needing 20 SP to proc. At level 7, Tequila gains plus 38 attack speed, and every attack deals 150% of his attack as physical damage. At M3, it's plus 50 attack speed, and his attacks deal 170% attack as physical damage. His second skill, Esoteric Blade Work, gains SP over time and is manually triggered, with all levels lasting for 15 seconds. Level 7 starts with 10 SP, while M3 starts with 12 SP, and both need 20 SP to proc. All levels can be deactivated at will and can be charged. At level 7, Tequila's range expands and he's able to attack 2 foes at the same time. Every attack deals 200% of his attack as physical damage. When charged, he's able to attack 3 foes at once, and the skill lasts for 30 seconds. At M3, it's 230% of his attack as physical damage. Tequila has an LIB-X module named Two Faces, which makes it so that Tequila gains plus 100 charge for his attack when deployed. At module level 3, Waiting Game is fully upgraded, making it so that when Tequila's skill is inactive, Tequila deals 38% of his attack as arts damage to the attacker, whether either he or the operator behind him is attacked. He also gains plus 260 HP, plus 25 attack, and plus 25 defense. To unlock and fully upgrade this module, you must have Tequila at E2 level 50, have 100 trust with him, have your own Tequila defeat at least 30 enemies, 3 stars stage 7-11, having your own Tequila uses S2 twice in the battle, have 6 module data blocks, 20 data patching strips, 8 data patching devices, 3 Aura Rock concentrations, 4 RMA 70-24s, 5 incandescent alloy blocks, and 150,000 LMD. I feel bad for operators who are A, welfare operators, and B, the first operators of their subclass, because more often than not, they suck. And apparently Tequila is an exception to this, though to be fair, you won't ever see me using him since I prefer more AFK stuff. Regardless, similar to his more meta cousin Blinar, his talent allows him to reflect damage back at foes, a la Hoshiguma's S2, dealing arts damage instead of physical. Good strategy I've seen is having Tequila place last so he can do some chip damage to ranged foes. This effect can even extend to the ally behind him if you have his module, which is great. His skills, I'm not really a super big fan of. His S1 is just a generic increase to his attack speed and to his attack, solid but not really a standout thing. His S2 barely extends his range, hits 2 foes and increases his attack, or if you charge it, he can hit 3 enemies and the duration of the skill is doubled. If you really need to hit 2 to 3 enemies at once, just use a Centurion Guard like Spectre or Blaze. Hell, even Blinar's S3 can hit multiple enemies at once. Overall, I can see his use, but to me it's just hard to justify when you have someone like Blinar right next door. Medium, maybe medium-low priority to raise. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Azure Lane and Umumusame videos as well. Come back tomorrow for next week's character and story teasers.